Today, GitHub Week.
GitHub Week?
Review.
Oh, I was about to be like, Jesus, it's going to be a lot of Git.
Yeah, right?
We're getting into branches for this, right?
Yeah.
Alright.
Yes, we're going to talk about branches. Can I raise your top tier anime?
Everything but the center one.
Poopin'?
No, that's Bobo, Bobo, Bobo.
Oh, that's the
You're
best
reading.
one. Go.
Tokyo Ghoul.
Who put Tokyo Ghoul on there?
I don't
Tokyo
see
Ghoul's
initial
good.
lead.
What's wrong with that?
The first 2 seasons, it's specified
The
season
first
1
one season, 2 was trash.
2 was great.
Along with
Where's initial
It was
lead?
very much,
no, anyway.
it was very much reduced.
2 sucks.
Just surprise Dragon Ball season.
Yeah, literally.
Because Dragon Ball Z is garbage anime.
Season 2 was
I'm
a
sorry, what?
Dragon Ball Z is a garbage anime.
I'm
I love, no, you know. That was just, oh, you're right. But I love DBZ to death, but it's a garbage anime.
It is garbage.
Yeah, it's not.
That was one I could never buy. I don't know why. I just couldn't. It's
Does
just,
anyone want live notes for this? Or?
Nah.
Sure. I'll spin one up.
so, what all do we know about GitHub and Git right now?
Ooh, what main repositories?
So we have repos. Yep.
Clone.
Ish.
Forking.
Forking.
Cloning.
I already said cloning.
Merging.
Holy.
I don't know what that
Gerrymandering.
means. What is that?
It's used to like branching to get an old commit, like to revert back to an old one.
Okay.
Yeah, you're cherry picking out
Oh, that's issues.
issues.
We get our assignments there.
I expect
We turn
all
our
these
assignments
notes. They're live.
What else do we know about GitHub and Git?
Push pull ignore.
Push, pull,
Ignore.
push, pull.
Check out.
There's ignore.
What is check?
Ups. No.
Check out's used to switch branches.
Check out.
It's
There's a
ups.
magic B word.
Oh yeah, to create a new branch. Yeah.
Branches.
Is upstreaming a thing or is that?
Upstream is a thing.
Starting to lose me now.
What?
So you're starting to lose me now.
What else do we know about GitHub? Cool. So let's prove that we know this about GitHub. What is the Git repository?
The Git repository is a collection of code that you synced from your. Actually, I guess you don't need to sync it, you just sync it within GitHub. It's a collection of code within folders and multiple files.
It's like a fancy save state system.
A what? Fancy.
Save state.
But
Yeah,
that's not specifically what a repository is.
That's what a repository is. It's a system where you're storing your actual code. I would actually say look at those answers. It's a place where you store your code that acts like save states, like save points inside of video games. It tracks the history of what's going on here. Cool. We know what a repo is. What's a gist? Someone not Nick.
Oh
Well, you got two
my.
there.
It's like a code snippet kind of thing that you can create, right?
Yeah.
That's what it reminds me of. I don't know what it actually is.
Yeah. It's a code snippet. A repo is for a code base. A gist is for a snippet of code.
Okay, cool. So, the gist of it, huh?
It's,
It's-
so Tony, speaking of gist of it, what's forking?
Forking is when you take this person's repository and fork it to your own.
So what does that mean?
It's not like cloning. I've done it before.
I know you have. Everyone's done it before.
Yeah.
All the cool kids are forking.
Also not appropriate for school.
Totally cool. We forked the JS iterations. Y'all are forking. We forked it together.
Is it getting an instance of?
Yeah,
between that and cloning?
Logic the code without changing your.
So, Stevie, can you say that again?
It creates an instance of that repository.
Yeah, it creates an instance of that repository on your own separate account. So we have our own master repository here.
You can fork your own though. Like it doesn't have to.
I mean, it's just
Separate.
whatever
It gives
the
you
master
your own
is.
instance of it. It takes the current state of it and it copies it. Right there. It takes a snapshot of your save point and it duplicates it.
So what's the difference between that and cloning? Does cloning not actually
Does it just bring it to your local?
Can you all see that orange in the back?
Yes.
Clone creates it locally.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't actually create a repo for it.
I see.
Yeah.
So if I have like a base template set up, I would clone and bring it in.
Yeah. So at one point in my travels, I worked with a company. They were a gardening company. They had a base template set up, and every new client they would get, they would just fork that base template and name that fork something for that client. So it was just a starting point, and it was a thing that they could copy and make a new commit history, like a fork in the road. Once in place, like, oh, I got to go left here. All right, I'm going to take where I come. Then I'm going in a different direction. Cool. We said cloning in there. What's cloning?
You just
Creating a copy.
copying it to your.
I'm going to ask Rick, because it's of the entire class. Hey, Rick, what's cloning?
When you copy the repository, like onto your local.
Yeah, it's taking a copy of your repo and moving it to your local machine. So whenever I clone, here's my laptop. I can clone a repo. Can I clone a fork?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. That wasn't a trick.
Wait, isn't it? But after, wait, is it still defined as a fork after you forked it?
Yes. But it's also a repo. It's its own new repo.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's not a
still-
fork anymore.
But it's still a fork because it shares a shared commit history.
I see. Okay.
If you
So-
clone that fork,
Yep.
do you still have to get init and upgrade?
No.
God, being a flat in the wall for this conversation. When you
Yeah.
fork the clone.
Right? That's so much fun. So, just so we understand kind of what forking means. A fork. So, our repo has a Git history. Nicholas established that a repository repo is just a collection of save states, right? It's a collection of commits that we have that form our project. What is a commit? Chris?
Basically a save point.
Yeah, it's a save point. It's saying I've done something to my code that I want to save. Under the hood, how Git stores it is not storing the entire repository, it's only storing your changes to those files. So really your repository is just a reduce function on a lot of changes. Right? So that's fun. Commit was not on our list of stuff. Shame on y'all.
That was a good.
Right?
Can we check that?
What about Git? Check it out.
Yeah, Chris answered.
Thank you, Chris. So my repository, let's say I have 5 commits. Whee! Right? I've done some things, I did some more things, I did some stuff, some things, and some awesome things. Whenever I fork it, this fork gets these same 5 commits. Now they share a shared combined Git history. But now, as I add stuff to this fork, I'm adding my commits to this repository. Not to this base one.
So it's to your local,
It's to my fork.
to the fork. Okay.
Yes. And that's why it's called forking, because we're taking the path that we've gone, and we're going in a different direction. A common use case for forking is like, oh, I would really like this library for maps, but instead of making a thing for maps of the United States, I want to make a thing for the maps of Canada. I want to take the technology that you've used so far, and I want to fork it myself. I want to go in a different direction. Cool. Thoughts? Feeling good so far?
So your clone is also maintaining that commit history, correct?
Yes.
And it takes all the commit history prior to it.
Yes.
Okay, so it's okay.
Cool. That being said, what's merging?
Were you thinking
Michelle?
Well, Mark. A merge is when you have like two different people working on, or it doesn't have to be two different people, but you have like the master and the fork, and when you make changes, you merge them together, yes.
Yeah, it's we're merging these two issues. That's exactly. I mean, it's what it is on the box, right? It's saying, hey, I made changes. I want to merge them back in. There are plenty of ways to merge it. I believe we did not mention. We might have mentioned it. A pull request. Did someone mention it?
It's,
Pull, yeah,
it's under push.
Well, pull requests and pulls are two different things. Oh. What?
Mind blown. Request denied.
Yeah, great.
Nope.
So a pull request. Does anyone have any thoughts about what that is?
Pulling the commits from the master.
So it's asking the master to pull in my commits.
Oh, your commits.
So I've done commits on my fork. These nice little orange things right here. I go, hey master, hey upstream. That's this thing right here. Hey original master, hey upstream. I have commits that I want you to have. Please pull in from my repository. Whenever that happens, we're taking these commits and we're applying them to master.
No.
So that act is merging it in.
What happens if they split? That's what happens if you have forked my repository. I like this. I like when you like animate out instead of the same thing soon you do. So you forked my repository. You forked my repository. Okay. That's the slide to the right. Now I know.
Now you just gotta figure out slide to the line.
Yeah, right. I think that'll be merged.
Probably.
So, I've continued making edits on the original repository.
Correct.
You've made edits on your repository.
Yep.
On your fork.
Yep.
And then you merge back in.
Yep.
Now, some of those files that I've edited, you've also edited.
Yep.
If we haven't edited the same lines, it should merge no problem. If we have edited the same lines, we'll get a merge conflict.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And
pretty much
then-
what's happening
Is
is that
responsible for maintaining that merge, or for resolving that merge conflict?
usually what it should be the person who is on the fork, whoever made the new commits.
On the fork or in the
Yeah, on the
original?
fork.
Okay.
Only because they know what they did.
But what if, I'm just thinking like in the real world,
Yeah.
right? And I'm forking from the master project that we're doing,
Yep.
right? The thing that's actually working and making the project run and all that jazz. I make my changes, but
Yep.
before it gets merged back into master, right? Someone should probably make sure that I didn't fork it all up.
Yeah, right? That'd be nice.
And then presumably that's not on me, the person that made the edits, it's on QA or my senior dev.
So it comes down to what exactly those things are. And in the ideal world, you're not doing this, I pulled down for a week and I haven't pulled down for a week. In GitHub, you usually pull down often. You should always be like pulling every time you start, every morning, every time you switch a branch. Yeah, every time you switch a branch, or because that will prevent stuff like that. Because the longer you wait to merge your stuff back in, the more work hopefully your team is doing. Right? You assume your team is being productive as well as you are. So what that means is that you need to be on top of it. So like every morning, get pulled. Every time you go to work on something, get pulled.
So you're pulling the latest of everything, not just where you're working.
Right.
So you're
And
getting everyone
that's-
else's changes?
What?
You're getting everyone else's changes?
Yep.
Okay.
And they're getting yours.
Okay.
Because ideally these pushes and pulls shouldn't be huge commit histories. Like if you're doing more than 5 commits, you're probably doing something wrong.
So it's more than just doing, you know.
2 people talk at the same time, Steven and
Do some places not split that up into like multiple jobs? Like you have the devs taking creating fork, doing the thing, and then having that fork sit in a new repository or whatever, and have other people come along and make sure that it's correct and then merge it?
So that comes down to how a team is structured.
Like, does that occur?
Oh yeah. So let's talk about one more feature, then let's talk about how we can use this inside of our dev groups. Nick, your question.
Still trying to figure out how to formulate it. I lost it.
Alright.
I lost it. Okay.
Alright, good. There you go. Can you all in the back see that?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Because the last thing that I want to talk about is branches. Branches are the next usual big topic you get. Branches allow us to create a temporary copy of our code base in order for us to experiment and add new features without harming the master.
Define temporary.
Temporary, as in, so we forked our repository. Let me erase this real fast.
So what I'm talking about is a branch then,
Probably.
not a fork.
So branches and fork are very similar, but they're completely different.
Okay.
Right? So a branch, that's pretty much the same color, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
They're the exact same color.
Yep.
Where's the purple?
I don't know. I got black. You know, this is terrible because I have like 3 sets of dry erase markers over in my office.
And yet they never make it over here.
They don't. They never make it over here.
Where's John Mark?
We should pitch it on a giant set, like the biggest set myself.
We should just buy him the same grants and tell him that he can grab it.
We could have had a bunch of whiteboards for almost the wall.
And then steal every, like,
So the side record.
Alright. So, markers here now.
Fancy.
Thank you. So now we have our branches, right?
Ooh.
Well, the branches are on a fork.
I think you can branch from either.
Okay.
You can branch from any repository. And what branches are a copy, it's like a playground, where you can go in and make changes without touching master. Because in reality, out in the real world, master should be treated as a source of truth. Like, that's our latest production build, that's what's not busted, that's the code base. If you're adding a feature, you should use this idea of what's called a feature branch. A feature branch is you make a new branch using get checkout or get branch. And on that feature branch, you're experimenting, you're playing, you're modifying, you're breaking, you're fixing, you're breaking, you're breaking, you're fixing again, and you complete it. Once you're done, then you push that back into master. You merge that back into master, yes.
So when you say feature branch, I'm assuming that's like, we have this app that we're building. I want to try adding a chat feature to it. You want to add a pop-up feature.
Yep.
We would have 2 separate branches, or
Correct.
we would have 1.
100% correct.
And then you
Is
merge
that-
those?
What, yep, then we merge it into master.
Okay, so how is this completely different from fork?
It sounds like forking, right?
It is.
But forking gives me a separate repository. Branches is a copy, it's inside the same repository. So, yes, it looks like it's the same, right?
So it's like,
But really-
if you have a history of commits, then you also have like a history of branches.
Yes.
And that's where it's gonna be stored as opposed to a branch.
So that's one repository. And this is another repository.
I see.
Got you. Okay.
Alright, that makes sense. Or it kind of does.
Even though on the graph, on the tree structure, it looks like forks and branches are on the same level, they're actually not. They actually have a different commit history. That's what it comes down to. Now you can make commits to branches as well, but those at the end of the day are going back to your master branch.
Not affecting the master branch, but being the branch's commit history will be cataloged in the repository for the master.
Right. So like this thing will have its own commit history as well. That will be based off of the old commit history of the master.
Mhm.
And then we can merge those back together via a pull request or merge, just as we would do a fork.
I feel like a great way to explain this would be like video game saves.
It is.
Showing.
Video game safe ones, that's the best way to explain Git.
I wonder if anyone's made that. If not, that'd be a cool thing to
It would be really cool.
So a common thing to do is have to pull, and then immediately after that, if you're working on something, to branch it.
Yep. Yeah.
So typically for our
Hold on,
tickets-
Stephen. Adam?
Oh,
So
sorry.
if somebody makes commits,
Yes.
they have to do a pull request.
If they want to merge it back to master, yes.
Okay.
Because ideally what happens in the real world, and I'll let you finish your question, that pull request, what that does, that implies a code review. Someone else is looking at your code, asking you what's going on, is it okay, is it good, is it bad, is it great, is it sucky, how to make it better, stuff like that. Second part of your question?
No, okay, so if somebody does a pull request and it gets accepted into master, the other person then does a git pull?
Yep.
Then how is that different from branches then?
So branches and forks act and feel almost identical. It's just forks give you a separate repository to mess around with. It's an extra barrier of protection. A very common Git workflow is to have one GitHub account owned by the company. So like Suncoast Developers Guild owns a repository. If I wanted to make changes to it, I would fork that account, that project, to my own personal account. So now there's two copies of it, one on Suncoast Developers Guild and one on MDewey on GitHub. I'm going to clone mine. I'm going to work in mine. I'm going to work in branches so I can work on my features. Then once I'm done, I'm going to send a pull request from my branch back up to the upstream master.
You made a fork, then you branched from your fork, and then you merged your branch back to the master?
Yep.
Okay.
Because you talked about upstream, right? We haven't actually defined upstream yet,
I have no idea what that's from.
right? So my fork in relationship to me is my master, right? This is my origin master,
Yes.
right? That's my repository, that's what I'm working on. This idea of upstream is the original fork. It's the original place of where we came from. So in this case, this is my upstream. Because it's literally upstream.
Right. So when you're pulling, are you pulling from your fork on the branch, or do you have to go a different way about pulling from
I
the
would,
original repo?
I would pull in from this repo to my fork, and then from this fork to my branch.
Okay. So then your typical, I guess this would be company dependent, but
Very much so.
what you've noticed through your travels, is it more that you're going to get your ticket, you're going to have a forked repository, you're going to branch off that, and then you're going to send it back upstream?
Yeah. So that ticket, so whenever we say a software ticket, a ticket is in like a ticket tracking system like Jira or Trello or something like that. We're going to make a branch per ticket. So if I'm adding a search feature, I'm going to create a new branch called search feature. And then, once I'm done with that, I'm going to say, hey, upstream, I'm done with this ticket. Here's my pull request. It has the code associated with that feature. It's very company dependent. Some companies like forks, some people don't like forks. I tend to not use forks a lot
So you just do branches?
from the master repository. But this flexibility allows us to use Git in a way that makes sense for our company. Because really, off of our master, on the side of our upstream, we can have a master branch, we can have a QA branch, we can have a testing branch, we can have a staging branch, we can have a branch for each part of the software developer lifecycle. How are we feeling? A little tired?
Feels great.
I wanna get branches.
Good.
Yeah, like that really helped make it clear.
So I'm going to go to a repository, and we're gonna actually make a new branch to see how that works. We're gonna merge that, change it back into master. That's all good?
The person that manages that change back master, that needs to be approved by the original owner.
That needs to be approved by somebody. Who
Okay.
that somebody is, that's gonna be very team dependent.
So that it's usually you have a code review before you actually.
Yes. Usually you have a code review done by teammates.
Or the seniors usually.
Usually the seniors, because seniors tend to know more things, not all the time, but sometimes. At least they think they do.
So do you have a code review every day where you go
Every
over all
feature.
the
Yeah, so like,
every
oh,
ticket that you complete, you have to have a code review? So you don't like accumulate tickets on the day and then go get a code review on all of them?
no, it's usually a code review per pull request. And it's pull request per feature.
Okay.
And usually it's done asynchronously. So like, I submit my pull request, a notification goes out to the team, and the first 2 people who have a free 10 minutes to go in and review it, go in and review it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's not like a formal, like, we need to set a meeting, a half hour to talk about my CSS change.
Unless it's really bad.
That's what I was.
Yeah,
Alright.
sometimes,
Me first year.
What's that? Yeah.
If they're really bad.
So if we,
so if they're really bad, that can break down the system and you probably need some help. But still, like that's where the review process will come out and be like, oh, this sucks. We need to get Nick more training on CSS, or he'll never use CSS ever again, kind of thing.
so on our projects, on our projects now, let's say I built, the original repository, and Tony is making a branch from there,
Yep.
and merging the branch back into master.
Yep.
Either of us could approve that merge.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there's no restriction on how.
So, in the most generic sense, there's no restriction.
Okay.
A lot of the times, repositories are locked down, so that only certain people can actually merge
So you
something.
can lock it
Yeah.
down. 'Cause I'm wondering, like, if I make an open source project and people wanted to try to merge branches in,
Mhm.
how would I
Yeah, there's
monitor that?
there's usually there's a security setting in GitHub at least that says anyone that's not the original person can merge it.
Is that the same for forking or just for branches?
For any pull request.
For
Pull
any-
request for any pull request.
So that a pull is down though, isn't it?
Yeah, so pull and pull request are 2 different things.
Can you differentiate between those real quick?
So pull requests.
A pull and pull request are 2 different things. So I'm going to create a repository real fast.
Okay.
And we're going to go through this process together after we take a quick break. We've been working this for a while. So yeah,
Pull and a pull request.
2 different things.
Okay, just making sure I heard that.